So here we have our Harley Benton TE-80 MT. The plan is to change out all the cheap electronics that came with it, other than the pickups, of course, for brand new fender. We've got a no-load pot for the tone. It has a notch where if you turn it all the way up, it completely bypasses the tone control. So should be able to get some ear-splitting highs with that. Here we have a regular old Fender, vintagey whatever, control for the volume. A switchcraft jack here, and a new Fender three-way switch. So that is the plan, and we'll see how it goes. And these are 250K pots. Okay, so here we have our patient. This is the original wiring. Mystery pots. I don't know if they're 250s or 500s. So, getting ready to get started. Alright, so here we've swapped out one of the pots for the Fender no load. I put the cap on there. Didn't explode. I tested it out on my little amp. It works fine. I'm getting ready to put in the volume. Alright, our friend appears to be all wired up. So let's see if it works. A little amp here. That appears to work. So, couple things I haven't mentioned yet. I discovered partway through trying to install the new pots that the shafts are too big for the control plate that came with the guitar. I ended up clamping the plate down to a piece of wood, and then with C-clamps, and then clamping the wood to a countertop, and then boring the holes out with 3/8 drill bits. So used a DeWalt pilot point. I don't know if it makes a difference, but just in case, you know, a cheap drill bit, I don't know what's going to happen. So just to be on the safe side, you want to make sure you're using a good bit. But yeah, so that was cool. You know, I got past it finally. And now I've discovered that these Fender pots, my knobs don't fit on them. And you want to be really careful, I've learned, not to try to force a knob onto a pot, because I ended up jamming this one through the back here, because if you look, there's just these little weak little metal leaf things that hold it on. So if you put too much pressure on it, you'll just shove it loose from the housing. I managed to clamp them back on there with some pliers, but so the adventure continues. Alright, and here we have the guitar all put back together. What I ended up doing about the knobs, I used an 11/64 drill bit and then just stuck it in the hole in the plastic part of the knobs. These knobs are just like them. So I just stuck it in the hole and gently twisted it around until it was bored out enough to fit on there. So pretty easy fix. So that's it so far. Let's see what comes up next. Alright, so tested everything. All the wiring works great. I didn't end up switching out the switch or the jack. Figured that could wait for another day. They're fine the way they are. I don't think the switch is the same one that people were complaining about in the thread at the Telecaster discussion page. But yeah, it seems fine. I want to try to shield the guitar at some point. I'm going to try to get some copper foil tape because the paint's a little bit pricey, and do the cavity. Something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, the no-load tone pot. I really like it. It's funny. I've played around with it a little bit, and it's just one more sound as far as just having like the super screechy high end. If you're looking for it, if you're on the bridge pickup and you want to make ears bleed, just crank that thing all the way up and go to town. So yeah, I think it's neat. So I definitely recommend it if you get a chance to pick one up, because it's just like $1 more than a regular pot. So check that out. Anyway, thanks for watching.